Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice chair log. I don't think I'm gonna practice today. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I gotta give you some woes for this one, because I have some woes for you, if you know what I'm saying. If you guys have been watching, alcohol has been a big part of this channel. At least in the beginning, I glorified it quite a bit. And I would do that by drinking it. I would talk about it a lot. You know, talk about my favorite beers. All pretty normal stuff. A lot of people drink alcohol. A lot of people drink it, like, somewhat responsibly. And I have been able to do that for most of my life. But I'm finding now that I am no longer able to do that. And I'll explain. I think I have some theories for why that's been happening. As you may know, I'm a guitar teacher. Send me an email. I'm fully booked, though. Not that you'd want to work with me after hearing this video, I'm sure, but, you know, things will get better, I promise. So, I started my little guitar teaching company when I was like 22 or something like that, and I worked my butt off. Probably on average, I taught like 60 students a week for 2 or 3 years or so, and drinking was a part of my life then, because of course I drank in college. That was very normal, you know, did plenty of drinking then. Got pretty drunk, did often, quite often, but it was college, so it was like, you know, college night, what's up, get drunk, fine. Now I'm an adult, I teach a ton of students every week. I get done teaching at 9 p.m. or so, have my drinks, have some dinner too, and I'm not drinking too much, and then I have 1 or 2 days off on the weekend, binge drink, we're drinking then. It's only 1 or 2 times a week, so it doesn't like really affect my week too much. It does a little bit, like Monday sucks, but it's not too bad. During that time, I had the same discipline that I have now. I just worked so much that that was my discipline. I already had the regimen, and I can't drink and talk to a child. That would be irresponsible, so I wouldn't do that. So I wouldn't have that much time to drink. But as things have picked up with this YouTube channel, this is kind of taking over to be like my job. I don't have to work nearly as long hours anymore, which I still should. Like, I could put out 1 or even several videos a day if I kept the same regimen and discipline that I had a few years ago, but I don't have to do it because it's a little different, like just making videos at your own leisure and pace versus establishing a relationship with someone and saying, I will teach you at this time every week and I will be presentable at that time and so will you and I will teach you. That's just a little more structured than what I do now here on YouTube. And since I've lost that, I still have the same discipline with my vices. And now all of a sudden, that 1 or 2 free days I have turns into like 3 or 4. And all of a sudden, I'm binge drinking every day, like all the time, and starting earlier and earlier in the day because maybe my lessons end early. Maybe I only teach 1 lesson at like 11 a.m. or something, and then I'm done, and then I could film, or I just like get a drink with lunch, and then I just hang out on my couch and I watch Instagram reels and I get drunk, and then that whole day is gone. So with this new sort of like optional workload that I have, I'm not able to control myself with drinking. I just can't do it. Like, I don't know. I'm learning that. I've been learning that over the last few months or so. I'm just not someone who can just have a drink casually. Once I have a drink, all that is on my mind is where's the next drink? Where am I going to get the next one, though? I was on a date with Heather yesterday, in fact, and we got lunch. It was like noon, and I got a beer with lunch, and then all I could think about was just, all right, what's the next bar we're going to? And I don't remember the second half of the date. Like, I don't remember it ever turning nighttime because I had blacked out. And then she's showing me like videos of me just being like very sweet still, but just kind of belligerent. And I was like climbing a fence, and I watched myself fall from like an 8-foot fence, like knocking my head on pavement. It's like, did I just paralyze myself? I could have paralyzed myself from that fall. That's horrifying. What am I doing? And I'm 27 too. I'm not even like a college student or anything. I'm like a grown man just throwing my life away. And I'm talking to you about this with a lot of confidence because I know I'm gonna change. It's May 19th. Today marks the first day of the rest of my life that I will never ever drink. I'm never drinking again because it no longer serves the purpose that it used to serve. If you remember in the beginning of the show, I would drink while practicing, and I enjoyed doing that. I would drink while editing. I've edited a lot of these videos while drunk or drinking, and, you know, hopefully that shows. And it used to be fun to do that stuff. Now when I drink, I don't want to practice, I don't want to edit, I don't want to do anything. I just want to scroll Instagram. And that's another addiction that I have. Freaking Instagram in the middle of the day. They just compound each other. Alcohol, Instagram, any kind of vice like this. They ruin your life. So, you know, today is the first day. I'm never, ever drinking again. That's the last drink I will have until the day I die. I know that that seems scary to make such an absolute statement like that. Like, what if there's a thing? Like, what if there's a special event? What if you want to do something? And it's how special of an event is it that I don't want to remember it. Drinking is a very dumb activity. It's a scam perpetuated by society or whoever, and the whole point of it is to keep us stupid and incapacitated and just fine with whatever our situation is, and it ensures that we will never claw our way out of it. And that is what I've learned from my decade of drinking. It is worse than a waste of time. Every time I drink, it's as if I'm stopping my life. It's like I'm stepping into a portal to somewhere else where I have no contact with anyone. I am just alone in my drunken thoughts. It's not even a portal where I'm safe. Like, everything I do is even more damaging, and I'm aging twice as fast, and it doesn't even feel that great to be in there. It like kind of feels good. It doesn't feel that good though, especially these days. Why would I ever enter that portal? That sounds like a bad idea all around. There's no real positives. Is it even fun? I don't find it fun. I haven't found it fun recently. It is only making my life way worse. And that's the thing. I could have an amazing life. I do have an amazing life. I have tons of people in my life who love me, who take care of me. I have everything. I have everything I could ever want. I'm going to school soon. I get to play guitar all day, and it's amazing. And why am I throwing away so much of my life just to be drunk? I've never tried to actually quit alcohol, like, seriously. This is my first attempt. It is most definitely the last attempt, too, because I know deep down that there's no longer any point for me to do it. I'm ready to give it up, and if I ever want to get messed up, I'm just gonna get high and just smoke weed, do anything else, anything other than alcohol. I've had too much alcohol in my life to ever need to know what it's like to be drunk again. And I'm not inclined to smoke weed that much anyways. I do it sometimes. Legal forms of it, of course, guys. But it's not like a habit like alcohol is. If I start smoking more, I might have to kick that one next. I might just have to become a monk where I just don't do anything. Whatever it is, it's not going to involve alcohol. There's no way I'm ever going back to it. Yeah, so, you know, why am I sharing this? Because I certainly don't have to share it. Or I don't know, I feel like I kind of do, because I have glorified alcohol quite a bit on this channel, and I would like to reverse some of that. I really don't think it's cool anymore. It's not cool, guys. No more peer pressure from me. Yes, this will be kind of interesting to document that, because you're watching day one. I've never not drank for more than a few days, as I mentioned. Will I have withdrawals? I hope not. Oh my god. I don't think I will. I think I'll be fine. That's not the only change I'm making in my life, too. Oh yeah, we're going through a lot of them tonight. I'm turning my life around halfway through 2025. Here's what else I'm doing. This is like common advice that I get. Turn the screens off after a certain time so you can go to bed a little easier. So stupid. Don't ever follow that. At a certain time, that's when the screens turn on. Don't start watching TV in the middle of the day. You freaking loser. What's wrong with you? Like, I start days on Instagram where I'll scroll Instagram for an hour and a half. I just stay in bed and I, like, can't move. I'm just stuck in my bed. And it just wouldn't happen if I stare at the ceiling and wait for my body to rise from the bed, because it will if you stare at the ceiling. And I challenge you tonight, or tomorrow morning rather, stare at your ceiling. Instead of going for your phone, you can check the phone for the time, you can check if anybody messaged you, but any apps, Instagram, even Reddit, any social media, anything that scrolls vertically, don't go on it and just stare at your ceiling for like 10 minutes, and I promise you your day will be so much better. You'll go practice guitar, and you'll do everything that you need to do, because nothing is more boring than staring at the ceiling for 10 minutes. Get your brain used to doing that, and anything feels good. But you're just setting yourself up to fail when you start on Instagram, and it just sucks the time out of you. And that's another thing too. Like, an hour and a half of Instagram, shoot, I'm gonna go get a beer from the fridge, drink in my bed. I was never that gross. I didn't do that. But, you know, like, the drinking can start early sometimes. It's just a waste of a day. That's a day where you just don't actually practice anything. I just do nothing. And I will never have a day like that again, unless I'm ill, unless I'm horribly sick. These addictions just ruin your productivity. My life could be so much more without them, and I am making that decision now that I am just getting rid of this stuff. No screens before like 2 hours before bed. That's when I can get on my phone. I'm not going to delete Instagram. I was going to delete Instagram. Instagram's not the problem, though. The real problem is my drinking. That is the thing that is going to destroy everything that I've built here, and I'm not going to let it. I am cutting it out, and I really do believe that that is the thing that I can pinpoint as this is the one thing that I can remove from my life that will make everything better. My health will get better. Like today, instead of buying beer, because I would have bought beer if today were like any other day previously, instead I went to the store and I bought like fruit and vegetables and some meat, just some food, like actual food, and I ate that and it was great. I was eating a watermelon over my sink and it was just spilling watermelon, and it was like, what is better than this? This is amazing. Versus drinking some like gross IPA, this like disgusting poison flavor that's like making me stupid the more I drink it. Why would I trade the watermelon for that? I won't ever again. I will go to the store and buy a watermelon every single day. Yeah, I mean, in conclusion, this is probably gonna be kind of a short one. I was gonna practice, but I'll save it for the next time. I'm probably just gonna go to bed, to be honest. I'm really excited to just wake up tomorrow morning and not be hungover. And I'm not saying that it's gonna be easy to do this either. I'm sure that cravings will come. I don't know what the next few days are gonna be like. I'll let you know. And hey, if you're watching this now and you want to quit doing something like that, I mean, I'm only one day in, so you can be one day behind me if you want to do it with me. Maybe tell me what it is you're kicking. Maybe it's alcohol. I feel like that's a hard one. You probably should kick it, though. It's probably about time. How many decades have you been drinking, huh? It's time. It's time to let go. That's a young man's game. We're old men now. It's time for that to end. And like, I don't know like the average life out there. I only know what my life is, but I just feel so lucky for everything that I have, because this is all a gift. I don't deserve anything that I have here. And the fact that I can't do it to its fullest right now, and that I'm being so held back from alcohol, it's just so unacceptable to me. Hey, so how about that? Day one of the rest of my life feels good. I got nothing to hide. I got nothing to run from. I have no reason to numb myself. In fact, I have so many reasons to not numb myself, because I have a very full life filled with a bunch of amazing people. And why am I running from that? It's silly. Stop doing it. There we go. I'm done. Alright, well, I think we can wrap this one up here. So, you know, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Of course, if you want some guitar lessons, I'm fully booked. But you can always send me an email and introduce yourself to me. Tell me your situation and what you want, and I will be sure to add you to the waiting list. And if it seems like a good fit, then we can start lessons whenever I have the space. Of course, head on down over to Ruden's Delight, pick yourself up some honest merch. And, you know, do the right thing. Be good. And practice guitar. I'll see you in the next one.